Welcome to the press conference at the Reggae Sun Ska 22nd edition of the festival. We're here on the web TV live with Mr. U Brown. Hello, Mr. U Brown. How are you?
Greetings. I'm okay.
You're feeling good?
Yes.
Is this your first time in this area at this festival?
Well, no, it's not my first time. It'll be my second time.
Second time, okay.
This will be the first time that I'll get a chance to give a proper performance, because the last time I were here, there was a bad weather.
It was good weather?
No, bad
weather. I'm sorry.
And part of the show did cancel some of the days.
Ok. Je demandais si c'était sa première fois dans la région à ce festival. Apparemment, c'est la seconde. Et il dit qu'il est content de pouvoir délivrer une performance peut-être un petit peu plus à la hauteur de ses capacités, étant donné que la dernière fois, il a plu énormément et que les conditions n'étaient pas au top. I see, I understand. Okay, well, welcome anyway. And I just met Manu and Trinity. And I've understood that you've been working together on this project. How did the connection happen for you between Manu and yourself? Comment ça s'est fait la connexion entre Irie Heights et U Brown?
I met Irie Heights in Jamaica.
Yes, la rencontre.
Through Trinity.
Yeah, through Trinity, okay.
Through Trinity, because Trinity is a very good friend of mine for over 30 years or more.
Donc c'est un ami de longue date de Trinity, ça fait 30 ans qu'il le connaît, donc c'est à travers Trinity qu'il a rencontré Manu pour la collaboration avec Irie Heights. And so, what stage were you at in your career when you met him and you started talking about the collaboration?
Well, I was established already, my career was there, but at the time when they met, we started doing something like recording. Yeah, with a French artist by the name of Junior Yellam.
Junior Yellam.
Yeah, the artist that usually work with Irie Heights.
Okay.
And he were doing an album at the time, and they called me to do a track with Trinity and Junior Yellam.
Ok, donc le tout début de cette collaboration, ça s'est fait donc entre Trinity et Manu, qu'on vient de rencontrer. Et can you say the name of the artist again? I'm sorry.
Junior Yellam.
Junior Yellam. Donc c'est un artiste avec lequel Irie Heights avait une collaboration en cours et ils ont commencé à travailler à ce moment-là. Okay, thank you. It's not very easy to do the questions and the translations at the same time.
Yeah,
Forgive me.
No problem.
Okay, so what I'm interested in is you have, dare I say it, decades of experience behind you. Tu as beaucoup d'expérience derrière toi. What is the difference for you between when you were doing things, like 20 or 30 years ago and today? What's the difference in the work ethic? C'est quoi la différence dans l'éthique de travail? Comment ça se passe, cette différence pour toi qui a eu une carrière depuis autant d'années?
Well, been doing this over 45 years plus.
Plus.
Yes. I started out as a young youth in the original form of what they would call a DJ or a disc jockey who DJ on the sound system. And in those days, you have to learn to communicate with the people at the dance to bring the crowd in. Because it's not like today when you go to a dance and the dance is packed, waiting on the artist. The people is outside in Jamaica at that time, and
you have to go and get them.
You go in and you have to play the right songs and say the right things.
Yeah.
And when we were DJing, what they call DJing at the time on the sound system, we didn't have any book written with lyrics.
Yeah.
We just speak spontaneously according to what is happening and what we are feeling at the precise time.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Ok, donc une grande différence qu'il note, donc ça fait 45 ans plus qu'il fait cette carrière, et quand il parle de ses débuts en tant que DJ, on peut dire qu'il y avait beaucoup plus de spontanéité, il n'y avait pas de choses écrites à l'avance, c'était beaucoup plus brut, beaucoup plus... il y avait une importance à la qualité de la prestation, dans le sens où il fallait aller chercher son public, contrairement à aujourd'hui où on arrive et le public nous attend. Donc c'est cette différence-là qu'il souligne. Yes.
But the changes today.
Yes.
Everything is more uniformed. It's like nothing wrong with it, but some of it is like manufactured stuff, if you understand what I mean. just like pop star.
Yeah.
Because now DJ, because in my time the singers were the one who made the rhythm tracks.
Yes.
And we as the DJ or the chanters chant on top of their rhythm tracks.
Yes.
But today the artists get the rhythm track to go home, sit down and write songs, and correct themselves even before they go into the studio.
Ouais, tout le fonctionnement est différent aussi au niveau de l'écriture, au niveau de la production et la créativité. Auparavant, c'était le chanteur qui crée et le DJ va travailler ce son par la suite. Aujourd'hui, on va avoir des sons qui sont tout faits où le chanteur va rentrer chez lui avec ses productions et il va avoir la liberté de créer à sa guise chez lui. C'est totalement inversé de comment ça pouvait se faire à l'époque.
And the reason for that is because in my time, because I was born in the 50s, and I started mess around with sound system in the late 60s, going into the early 70s. And in our time, most of us mom didn't even have a stereo at home. So as a young artist, especially as a DJ, you know, you have to quick in your thinking, you know, to start record songs, because we didn't get rhythm tracks, as I said before, to take home. We didn't have a player or a cassette deck in the house. So.
Ouais, donc on parle vraiment des différences technologiques et matérielles évidentes. Il est né dans les années 50 et au fur et à mesure des années 60 et 70, il n'a pas grandi avec du matériel pour écouter du son, encore loin de l'idée d'avoir des productions chez lui à la maison pour les travailler. C'est vraiment la différence principale. I understand. Okay. So, what was my question? You're on tour at the moment. How was the experience playing with the Red Rockers band recently? Je demande comment était son expérience avec le groupe Red Rockers avec lequel il a joué récemment par rapport à jouer avec un sound system. So you had an experience with a real live band. Do you enjoy this experience with the Red Rockers?
Yeah, I enjoy the experience because it's the second time I've worked with a digital band. The first time I tried it was in Miami.
Yeah.
This promoter named Skeng Don, we're putting on a show with Steely and Cleve, but I haven't done that for maybe more than 30 years. So working with Red Rockers was another step in experiencing a new format of the music, working on stage in a digital form, and the experience was excellent. I had enjoyed it, and as young kids coming up, because all of them could be my son, they make me feel welcome musically, spiritually, you know.
Bon, c'était une super expérience, donc visiblement, ça faisait une trentaine d'années que ça n'avait pas été le cas de jouer avec un groupe live, que toutes ces personnes pourraient être ses enfants et qu'ils l'ont mis vraiment à l'aise spirituellement, matériellement, de toutes les manières. So that was a really good experience then. And after so many years, what message do you feel is an important one to deliver as an artist? Quel est le message important à délivrer aujourd'hui en tant qu'artiste?
Well, the message to deliver is something that we always been delivering from even my time and before my time. And the thing is, peace, love, unity, learn to respect each other. A lot of us say we must respect each other, yet still we can be disrespectful to each other sometime at times. But you have to get into yourself as quick as possible and know that, yes, you're going down the wrong path, you know. So we're always going to give message into the music. And the good thing about it now that reggae is wider than my time. When I started, the only place I go to perform on sound system was New York and England, or we say London, right? But today we go in France, Germany, Italy, Japan, China. So you understand that the music is wider than before. So, you know, your experience, you have to use it up there and also learn from the people as well. And the spirit of the people, that's what's keep me going.
Yeah,
you know?
thank you.
Yeah.
La réponse par rapport à donc ce message qu'il aimerait délivrer, enfin, il parle en fait de la musique reggae qui s'est développée à un tel point. Auparavant, le reggae, ça s'écoutait ou ça se jouait à New York ou en Angleterre, à Londres. Aujourd'hui, ça s'est tellement développé qu'on l'entend partout dans le monde, en Europe, en Asie, en Afrique, en Occident, partout. Et c'est ça qui fait, qui le réjouit, parce que c'est une musique qui propage un message universel de paix, d'amour et d'unité. Et c'est le message qu'il a envie de délivrer depuis le départ, et finalement l'évolution de la popularité de cette musique le permet. Is your creative process different today? Like, do you cover subjects that you didn't cover before? Je pose la question des sujets qu'il traite dans ses morceaux. Est-ce qu'auparavant, il pouvait traiter de certains sujets qu'il ne traite plus aujourd'hui? Est-ce qu'aujourd'hui, au contraire, on traite de sujets qui n'auraient jamais été abordés à l'époque?
Well, yes, we have to deliver different subjects as before, but some of it is the same subject relating from what was happening before. Yeah. Because what is happening now on this earth, it has been happening for a long time, but because it kept undercover, and only the grassroots people from Europe, France, Germany, Africa, Jamaica, who oppressed by the shit system, what they call system, but there's nothing sisterly about it. Been feeling it for years, yeah. But the more it happens, and the wider it becomes and more open, because there were some things that was happening today were under the table. But today now it's right in front of us. And our kids is more brighter than a lot of us. So they're not going to stand for the bullshit that we were trying to sugarcoat in a nice way. The youth, they're more revolutionary. So, there's always been more subjects.
Finalement, les sujets sont toujours les mêmes, parce que nos problèmes ont toujours été les mêmes. Ce qui change aujourd'hui, c'est que les choses sont plus ouvertes à nu. On est plus au courant par rapport aux médias, par rapport à la communication, par rapport à tout ça. Et donc les sujets sont les mêmes, mais on n'en parlait pas forcément de la même manière à l'époque, et on essayait d'embellir les choses, et peut-être un peu plus d'hypocrisie, un peu plus de cachotterie, alors qu'aujourd'hui les choses sont plus ouvertes, et finalement ça permet une écriture plus ouverte également. I'm going to ask if anybody has some questions for you. Je vais vous demander si vous avez des questions pour U Brown.
Yes. Yes.
Hello, my name is Jessica for Ode Radio in Bordeaux here. The artist King Kong released an album called Repatriation.
Yes.
Which with I Resides.
Yes.
Just before I Resides Records, which is with you this weekend in the Reggae Sun Ska. Your album from '79 had the same name.
Yeah, because like I said before, we've been crying out for years. Yeah. And yourself might make a book called Repatriation too, or some interview, because, like I said, we're tired of what's going on. So, it's not just U Brown and King Kong crying out anymore.
Yeah,
it's the world. You know what I mean?
Why not a collaboration with him?
Could you repeat that for me, please?
With King Kong, the artist. Could you collaborate with him?
Yes, I'll collaborate with any artist as long as the project is right, and I'm approached to do it. Then, music is fun, but it's part of the business. And once from the negotiation is good, then we're good to go.
Juste, je traduis rapidement. On parle de collaboration avec King Kong. Vous demandiez donc si une collaboration était possible. Lui répond que toute collaboration est possible à partir du moment où, une fois qu'on a dépassé le stade de négociation et des choses qui nous enchantent moins finalement, une fois que ça s'est vu et que c'est droit et carré, là on peut s'amuser et avancer et commencer à collaborer à nouveau.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bonjour, moi c'est la question de Guéret to Dub, c'est si vous partez sur la Lune, si vous deviez partir avec 3 albums, ça serait lesquels? 3 LP in the moon.
Okay, so if you went to the moon, Mr. U Brown, and you had 3 albums to take with you. Which would these 3 albums be?
If I went to the moon?
Yes.
And I have 3 albums, and I have to choose one from the 3.
No, you can choose 3.
3 albums.
Yes, you can bring 3 albums with you.
Albums from my music.
Any ones you want.
Well, it is a challenging question to answer because
C'est une question difficile.
most artists that I grew up on and listening, and the one that coming today, which include Porter J, Chronix, Kappa Aka Pyramid, you know, all of them make good albums. So I would have to take more than 3.
Il ne pourrait pas choisir.
Yeah, but you know that I'd have to take Burning Spear.
Burning Spear?
Is a must. Yes. And for the cooler side, the Cool Ruler. Gregory Isaac.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, Gregory Isaacs, you know. And many more. Yeah, including the Whalers, original Whalers, you know, including Bob, Peter, Bunny. You know, I love the late Bob Marley too, don't get me wrong, but I love the Whalers because that's what I grew up on, whaling, repatriation, freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how the name came about because they were said to be whining and complaining about things. You should be called the Wailers, they said to the group at the time.
Could you repeat that?
Yeah, I was saying how I like the way that the name the Wailers was chosen because they were always complaining about things. And so you should be called the Wailers because you're always wailing. This is what I heard a story.
We're wailing because the pain and the agony we're going through, we're wailing for freedom, equal rights and justice, you know.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
and when you wail, you have to, the sound, the impression, it's just like when a baby crying, you know. It makes you pay more attention.
On parle du mot les wailers et le verbe to wail en anglais, c'est on pourrait dire se plaindre ou crier et c'est effectivement pour ça qu'ils se sont appelés de cette manière étant donné que alors c'était pas qu'ils se plaignaient mais criaient haut et fort ce qui n'allait pas. Ah oui, originally they were called the Wailing Wailers. Before they were called the Wailers.
Yeah, the Wailing Wailers. Yeah, the Wailing Wailers. But you know, in the business in the earlier years, sometimes the people who print the records or produce the records, they put short some of the name, like U Brown. Some spell U Brown HU. Some put the letter U. Some, yeah. So it's the same for Wailers, Wailing Wailers, Wailers.
Yeah. Variations.
Yeah. But it's still wailing.
Yeah. D'autres questions peut-être?
Yeah, well, I live everywhere in the world, but my main place I live is in Denmark, you know.
Ah, in Denmark?
Yeah, because my wife is Danish, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. But,
you speak Danish?
Few words, not much, you know, but the good thing is that whenever I speak in Denmark, they communicate with me just like how you're communicating.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
More power.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Donc oui, la traduction c'était qu'il est au Danemark actuellement et sa femme est danoise, donc c'est son lieu d'habitation. Il est en train, quelques mots, oui, effectivement, oui.
Oui, en fait, U Brown, you work essentially with sound system first.
Yes.
Only 2 times with bands, and the one Steely and Clive, it was big for you. And Skankdong production, wow. But what do you think about actually sound system scene in Jamaica?
What I think about the sound system scene in Jamaica?
In Jamaica now.
Now?
Yeah.
Well, it's a different sound. It's called juggling sound.
Yeah.
But in our time, it was a rubber dub sound.
Yeah.
And rubber dub means man and woman dancing together. You know, more communication. No woman turn her back to your dancing. You know, you're looking at each other and making that connection, that musical connection that can develop into a spiritual connection. And sometimes people end up becomes a couple because of those type of music in those times. Not to say anything wrong with today's music because different strokes for different folks, you know, and like Mighty Gladiator says every hoe have its stick of bush.
Every hoe.
H-O-E,
Yes.
have its stick of bush, meaning that, you know that thing that you use in the farm to plow?
Yeah.
Every hoe has a different size
Yeah.
of stick because some needs a bigger one, some needs a smaller one.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's a hoe for everyone.
Yeah. So, who like this kind of music? Like this kind of music, the new music, you know. But I like the original things and the root things. Not to say I'm still in a box.
Of course, yeah.
You know.
Il critique pas du tout la modernité de comment ça se passe aujourd'hui, mais il est toujours attaché particulièrement aux anciennes sound systems et comment ça se passait à l'époque, mais que essentiellement ce qui en ressort de ces sensations, de ces moments, de ces endroits, c'est la connexion entre les gens. You were talking about rubber dub style.
Yeah, rubber dub. Yeah, rubber dub style,
and today,
original. You know what I mean? Original music where you get a chance to listen to the artist. You get a chance to listen to the rhythm track itself, which is the version, we call it dub versions. So you can hear some features of the musician and also the quality of the sound system and also the performance of the selector. Because you can have the best sound in the world and all the great songs, but as a good selector, if you don't know to play the right song to pull the people in, I'm not like I said before. Today dancehall is different from our time. Our time, we have to work harder because when you come to the dance, you're not coming in until you hear the song that you like playing or something that can pull you in. So the selector have to have that skill and that craft to do that, you know, and also pick the right song and the sound have to be playing good. Everything have to be. But today, like I said, thing is manufactured, you know, the dance is packed before the artist comes. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Mais l'importance du travail du selecta, du DJ, de choisir le bon morceau au bon moment. Et toujours cette nostalgie pour l'ancienne époque où on devait travailler particulièrement plus dur pour faire venir son public et choisir l'importance et la pression qu'il pouvait y avoir pour vraiment choisir le morceau pour faire en sorte que la soirée soit une réussite, alors qu'aujourd'hui, le public attend avant même que la musique lance. Donc, encore une fois, on souligne les différences d'époque. Thank you very much, Mr. U Brown, for your time, for your generosity, for your patience.
And thank you very much. Thanks to each and everyone who is here to ask a question and listen to what I have to say. And you're a great part in my musical career as the journey goes on, because they say iron sharpen irons. And no artist can be an artist without the people, you know? So the people is me. The people is like every limbs that make my body, okay? And before I go, I'll do a little thing for you, okay? Ribidi-bidung-dang-ding, bang-ba-da-ding-ding-dang-ding. This one goes out to all my European friends, man, woman, and children. From my heart, I love all of them. Ay, to shung peng, wui. If this world were mine, I would play reggae music every time. I would play it morning, noon, and night. I would play for the black and the white. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Reggae music every night. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.